Number 1. Mark David Chapman. Born in 1955, Chapman was profoundly influenced by J.D. Salinger's novel The Catcher in the Rye. Chapman identified with the novel's protagonist, Holden Caulfield, seeing in him a reflection of his own discontent with society. Chapman believed John Lennon, the former Beatle, was a symbol of the phoniness Caulfield detests. On December 8, 1980, Chapman waited outside Lennon's New York City apartment, the Dakota, and shot him 4 times. Lennon was pronounced dead upon arrival at the hospital. Chapman remained at the scene, reading The Catcher in the Rye, which he carried with him as a statement of his intent. He was later apprehended without resistance, and his actions were scrutinized as a tragic result of his obsession with the novel's themes of alienation and disillusionment. Number 2. Charles Manson. Born in 1934, Manson was heavily influenced by the Beatles' song Helter Skelter. Manson misinterpreted the song as a prophecy predicting a racial apocalypse. He believed that the upheaval described in the song would lead to a revolutionary race war. In 1969, Manson, leading his family of followers, orchestrated the brutal murders of actress Sharon Tate and several others in a series of attacks intended to incite the chaos he predicted. Manson's delusional beliefs drove him to commit these horrific acts, which he claimed would spark a race war. His interpretation of Helter Skelter and his subsequent actions are seen as a deranged manifestation of his apocalyptic vision. Number 3. Michael Hernandez. Born in 1988, Hernandez was a high school student whose fascination with Stephen King's Carrie influenced his criminal behavior. Hernandez felt isolated and bullied, much like Carrie White in the novel. On February 2004, Hernandez planned and executed the murder of his friend Jaime Goff in a school restroom. The attack was premeditated and mirrored the novel's themes of violent revenge and retribution. Hernandez's actions, characterized by a premeditated plot and a brutal outcome, reflected his identification with the novel's themes of victimization and violent retaliation. Number 4. James Holmes. Born in 1987, Holmes became obsessed with the character of the Joker from The Dark Knight. Holmes saw the Joker as an emblem of chaos and disruption which influenced his own plans. On July 20, 2012, Holmes carried out a mass shooting at a movie theater in Aurora, Colorado during a screening of The Dark Knight Rises. Dressed in tactical gear and armed with a variety of weapons, Holmes killed 12 people and injured 70 others. His attack was a gruesome attempt to emulate the Joker's anarchistic ideals and create widespread fear and confusion. The scale and brutality of his crime reflected his twisted interpretation of the Joker's philosophy of chaos. Number 5. David Berkowitz, son of Sam. Born in 1953, Berkowitz was a serial killer whose actions were influenced by a combination of his delusions and the film The Exorcist. Berkowitz believed that his neighbor's dog, Sam, was possessed by a demon that commanded him to kill. From 1976 to 1977, Berkowitz terrorized New York City with a series of shootings, killing 6 people and wounding several others. His erratic behavior and claims of supernatural influence were exacerbated by the film's themes of demonic possession. Berkowitz's delusions and his claim of a demonic command were central to his defense and the public's perception of his motivations. Number 6. The Scream Killers, Brian Draper and Tori Adamczyk. Draper, born on February 26, 1989, and Adamczyk, born on April 15, 1989, were responsible for the murder of 16-year-old Cassie Jo Stoddart in September 2006. Their crime was heavily inspired by the horror film Scream. Draper and Adamczyk meticulously planned the murder, driven by their desire to recreate the shocking violence they admired in the movie. On the night of the murder, they entered the house where Cassie was house-sitting, pretending to be friends. Once inside, they attacked her with a knife, inflicting multiple stab wounds. The killers even recorded themselves discussing their plans and their reflections on the murder, which became crucial evidence in their trial. Both Draper and Adamczyk were arrested, convicted of first-degree murder, and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Their case underscores the chilling consequences of media influence on criminal behavior. Number 7. Jared Loughner. Born in 1988, Loughner was influenced by the surreal and nonsensical elements of Alice in Wonderland. His distorted worldview was marked by a fascination with the book's themes of absurdity and confusion. On January 8, 2011, Loughner attempted to assassinate U.S. Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords in Tucson, Arizona. During the attack, he killed 6 people and injured 13 others. Loughner's erratic behavior and writings, which included references to the book, demonstrated how the novel's themes of chaos and irrationality played a role in his violent actions. Number 8. Daniel Gonzalez, the Freddy Krueger killer. Born in 1980, Gonzalez was a British serial killer whose crimes were influenced by the films Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. In 2004, Gonzalez committed a series of gruesome murders, which included dismemberment of the victims, mirroring the film's brutal and graphic violence. His fascination with the slasher genre, particularly the film's depiction of savagery and terror, was evident in the extreme nature of his crimes. Gonzalez's actions reflected the impact of violent horror films on individuals with underlying psychological issues. Number 9. Anders Breivik. Born in 1979, Breivik was influenced by the Turner Diaries, a novel that inspired his extremist ideology. On July 22, 2011, Breivik carried out a coordinated attack in Norway, first detonating a bomb in Oslo, and then proceeding to a Workers' Youth League camp on Utoya Island, where he committed a mass shooting. Breivik's manifesto, which echoed the book's anti-immigrant and anti-multicultural sentiments, justified his actions as a defense against what he saw as a threat to European identity. His attack, resulting in 77 deaths, was a direct manifestation of his radical beliefs, inspired by the novel. Number 10. Ethan Wyndham. Born in 1989, Wyndham was convicted in 2009 for the brutal murder of his mother. Wyndham, who was deeply influenced by the violent imagery and themes in American Psycho, acted out his obsession with the novel's graphic violence. On the night of the murder, he attacked his mother, leading to a horrific and violent crime that mirrored the novel's themes. Wyndham's case attracted attention due to the chilling connection between his actions and the book's influence. He was arrested, charged, and found guilty of the crime. His case is a stark example of how intense fascination with violent media can sometimes manifest in real-world violence. I'd like to take this time to pay my respects to the victims and all the families that were affected by these heinous acts on both sides. You deserved better and are forever in our prayers. May you rest in peace. In conclusion, media influence is a powerful force that shapes public opinion, cultural norms, and individual behaviors. It operates through various channels including television, social media, and print, and can impact everything from political views to consumer habits. While media has the potential to inform and educate, it can also perpetuate biases and misinformation. Understanding its influence requires a critical approach, recognizing both its positive and negative effects on society. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, share it, and hit the notification bell for more killer cliff notes. And we'll see you in the next one.